Hey, this is indigomusic.com. I'm Rohit, and today we're talking about a very important topic. Should companies hire retired, experienced people, or should they hire tech savvy, youngsters who are freshers? And to talk to us more about this, I've got a chief human resources officer with me, Aparna. Welcome to indigomusic.com.
Thank you so much, Rohit, for having me on
Well, it's
Indigo
our pleasure.
Music.
It's our pleasure to have you with us here today. And I want to start off by asking, as a human resource personnel, I want to ask you, what are the key factors that drive companies to hire retired professionals instead of fresh graduates?
If you look at it, any organization will want to have freshers as well as experienced people. Instead of saying retired, I
Okay.
will say experienced because that's what they come with,
Yeah.
right? Now, experienced folks bring in, of course, the learning, the experience of so many years.
Hmm.
And I think they also bring in the loyalty and all of it. So, for organizations to look at them, one could be you will not have attrition the way you will have with freshers,
Yeah.
right? So that's primarily the reason. And I think the thing is they would have done it, been there, done that, and they just come with that different experience and exposure. And hence organizations do look at it. But if you look at it, this has always been the case, right? It's
Yeah.
not something new. Look at film stars. Is there something called retirement for them?
Rajnikant is still doing his movies at the age of 75. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Amitabh Bachchan,
Yeah.
Rajinikanth, you name it. We had our own Dr. Rajkumar
Correct.
for a long time.
Yeah.
So why are we classifying them as retired then?
Actually, yeah, correct. Because biggest example is my dad. He worked for 37 years with Unilever and he still works. He's 66. He's still on a consultant basis with Unilever working on their various projects. But I want to ask you in this rapidly evolving digital world, right? Is traditional experience more valuable than fresh tech savvy talent?
I think we need a combination of both. Now,
Okay.
having said that, just because they are, I mean, let's say if they are 50 and above, I'm going to just say that, right? Having said that, that doesn't mean they don't know technology.
Hmm.
I think with the way things are available today from what I used to be as a teenager or between my own age group of 20 to 25, the technology was not so savvy that it was today.
Yeah.
I think today you get to learn that on the go. So, irrespective of the years, if you are inclined to learn technology,
Hmm.
you have that agility. You are there.
Yeah.
So, from that perspective, I'm sure today, be it your father or be it anybody else, they have the advantage, and technology is on their hands, so they know it.
Correct.
I don't see that as a reason for not learning, or they have the advantage.
Yeah, because I remember my dad used to write, he's into finance, right? So they used to have this log book and they used to have the profit and loss statement all written with a pen
Correct.
and now with Excel sheets and stuff like that. He has seen that rapid technology advancement in his field itself, where computers were introduced. There were three people apparently using one computer, and then it became a personal computer. Then the laptops came in. So yeah, but how do you think companies justify hiring, experienced people when youth unemployment is rising?
I think, but having said that, the youth unemployment and the retired, I mean, it's going, which was not the case, at least I know when I was studying, and I'm sure I can say the same about you, Rohit, if
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
yeah, correct. We didn't have
Right?
Google, we had encyclopedia.
Which we had to read through.
Correct.
But today, I don't even know how many of them feel that what you see on an Insta is actually the right version, vis-a-vis to read it, right? And read and understand what is correct.
Correct.
So that is where the current generation lacks. It's not what you get. It's good to reach out to folks, have your mentors, have your, people that you can talk to. See, having said that, not all of them are there, some of them,
Yeah.
right? So it's a combination. I
Right.
will definitely say it's a combination. I'm not saying, see, and also with the kind of, it's like I normally say, if US or other countries sneeze, it affects India as well,
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, yeah. From your field to even our field, there's a lot of technology changes that happens on a daily basis, and when we look at it, we're like, oh, we have to relearn everything that we have, learned. I think that's the way to go forward: learn and relearn. Well,
correct. And for example, today we talk about AI. I'm just going to
yeah,
take a minute.
yeah,
We
sure.
talk about AI. right? But what is AI if you can't bring in the humanness
Correct.
out,
Yeah.
right? If you can't bring in the empathy, or if you can't be there personally for somebody, the point of having AI at all?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Zero.
Yeah, absolutely zero. I totally agree with you on that one. I think AI, like I was talking to a music producer and a movie director recently about AI in movies because Oscars recently had a category that they announced saying best use of AI or something like that on those lines. And he said something which makes a lot of sense. He said we should not become AI's assistant, but we should use AI as our assistant.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
I
I
agree.
that makes a lot of sense. Well, Aparna, thank you so much for having this chat and giving an HR's perspective when it comes to hiring, because that's what you've done, I think, all your life. That's give people jobs. And thank you so much for giving your insights and your thoughts on this topic. And have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much, Rohit. It's been a pleasure to be here. And thank you for inviting me.